All right, Canada Day, or Dominion Day, apparently. Of course, we know all about it. With us right now to talk about the Dominion Day on the farm. He is with the Dominion City Brewing Company. It's Josh McJannett. How are you, Josh?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for having me on.
Great to have you here. So you're a brewer and a co-founder. You had to have been a brewer first, obviously, right? Because you have a love for beer, and then you decided to create this amazing brewery. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so actually Dominion Day, the party, and Dominion City Brewing both started in the same place. It was in my backyard. So we were making beer as a hobby, turned obsession, turned profession, and along with that, for years I've been throwing kind of a nostalgia Canadiana party in my backyard, just kind of celebrating with friends, and now we get to invite the city. Which is a lot of fun.
So how long ago then did you create Dominion City Brewing?
So the brewing company itself will be 3 this August.
Okay.
But we were brewing for years before that and working on a business plan for a number of years.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's been a cool trip so far.
Where are you based out of?
We're in the east end of the city on McJannett Road, which is at Montreal and the 174.
Okay, so it's a physical location, like people can
Yeah, we've got a brewery that's open 7 days a week where you can come in and have a glass of beer and a snack or buy beer to take home.
Wonderful.
And then, the party's actually not at the brewery.
Is the party still in your backyard?
Unfortunately, I'm not in my backyard anymore, so no, it isn't. But this year, we're pretty happy that we've got a bigger site. We've teamed up with the Canada Agriculture and Food Museum. So we're basically throwing a big party on a farm in the middle of the city for Canada's 150th and inviting basically the whole town. So, yeah.
That's like everybody's backyard.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the vibe that we're going for.
It's this gigantic backyard, right?
Exactly.
Canada Agriculture Museum and Food Museum. So tell us then, so Dominion Day is what it used to be called, Canada Day?
Yeah, originally, until 1982, actually, when we repatriated the Constitution, it was actually called Dominion Day. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek because we own a brewery called Dominion City.
That worked out?
It worked out well, but basically it's just the nerdiest Canadiana party you can expect with great food, great beer, and a lot of fun.
Okay, I know we have a lot to get to, too, because this event is going to be huge. We've got ticket information hours and all that stuff, but first let's talk about the food, because you have all kinds of exceptional people on board with you. Who do you have with you?
One of the great things about being in the beer business is you meet very talented people who make delicious food, because beer and food go well together. So we've got restaurants like the Albion Rooms are coming, Clover Food and Drink on Bank Street, Holland's Cake and Shake, Mushu Ice Cream, Culture Kombucha. We've got about a dozen different restaurants who are all coming and making a sort of patriotic inspired dish, and people will be able to buy that for between $6 and $10 throughout the day. So there'll be no shortage of great food. Which is exciting because we've got 4 brand new beer that we're releasing that day just for this party.
Did you say Mushu Ice Cream?
Mushu Ice Cream. If you don't know them,
that's interesting.
They make probably my favorite ice cream in town. They're on Bank Street, and they have incredible, awesome flavors.
It's not beer flavored, is it?
Sometimes it is.
You seem to enjoy beer. So.
Sometimes it is, yeah.
Okay. Can we talk about your new beers? Because you said you've got 4 new ones that you're going to be introducing. So what flavors will they be? So
the tradition is every year we do 4 new releases no one's tried until the party. So this year we've just started to let people know a couple weeks early about what's going on. We've got a 4 and Extra Stout, which is kind of a stout that would have been brewed for the Caribbean. It's kind of higher alcohol, a little spicy.
Wow.
We've got a Pale Ale with honey. It's actually got honey from an apiary in Blackbird Hamlet. We've got a kettle soured dry hopped beer that's really like tart and juicy. And we've got a cake beer with made of everything you would need to bake a 150th birthday cake.
Cake beer.
Cake beer.
Will that have like a sweeter taste to it?
Yeah, it'll be a little sweeter. It's brewed with blackberry. It's got oats and a little hint of vanilla. It's a bit unconventional, but it is delicious. So I'm really looking forward to sharing it. Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, they're being launched at the party, but they're going to be remaining on sale. Until the end of time, you're hoping. For
people who are out of town at a cottage or something, or have some other valid reason not to join us, we'll have them for sale in cans at the brewery on July 2nd.
Okay. The Canadian Games we'll get to in a second, which is cool. You're probably wondering why this is here. We'll get to that. But how about the bands that are playing? Let's go up the list and then, of course, talk about the headliner last.
Yeah, sure. We've got awesome musicians coming for the day because nothing makes a party like good music. So. Mark Sharon is a local professional musician who's going to be joining us. He's got kind of a one-man band thing to start the afternoon off. The Adam Sakeley Trio do this beautiful kind of, if they play jazz on the moon, that's kind of what his sound is like.
Okay, wow.
And then moving into the evening, we've got Amos the Transparent, who are an amazingly talented local Ottawa band.
Of course, very well known.
And Stittsville's very own Kathleen Edwards. So we are honored that she has agreed to play. She doesn't play a lot anymore. She owns a cafe in Stittsville now.
Yeah, because it was my understanding a couple of years back she sort of retired from music after an exceptional career, and she's super young to begin with, right? But David Letterman, she's appeared on Letterman. I know Letterman loves her.
She's a legend, yeah.
And who's more Canadiana than an artist who sings a song called Hockey Skates, right?
You got it. You got it.
So clearly that's going to be a lot of fun. And then you have the Extremely Canadian Games. So where do we want to start? Because should we just get right into this basketball?
Yeah,
game
like what is this doing
on
here, right? Yeah, the reason I brought a peach basket and a basketball is that we host extremely patriotic games at Dominion Day, one of which is peach basketball. So for anyone who was watching television in the 1990s, they probably remember Heritage Minutes.
Yeah.
I certainly remember the one about James Naismith where they cut the bottom of the baskets out and the farmer complains, I need those baskets back.
I know.
So we're hosting peach basketball. We have a maple syrup challenge where people are meant to guess the origin of various maple syrups. We have a Know Your Heritage Minute trivia challenge. So lots of kind of fun that you can be doing while you're having a beer and a good bite to eat.
Okay, what is box hockey?
Box hockey apparently predates hockey itself, and it is like kind of like a mini box that you sort of like two people are battling with almost like a ringette stick.
Okay.
And so they're trying to move a puck up and forth a box with various dividers trying to score on the other guy. So,
that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Why was it important for you to bring these extremely Canadian games, sort of like very traditional stuff?
I mean, it honestly came from the backyard where I used to host my friends for washer toss and just a few of these things. One year we had a trivia game where we asked people to start throwing out their best Canadian political history knowledge. So it was sort of a natural extension of the party we used to have with our friends. Yeah.
And with Canada Day actually happening on Saturday, you can still have your backyard party like on the Friday or the Sunday.
I may be hosting some folks for breakfast the next morning.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, so ticket information and all that? I mean, what are we looking at? Like you buy tickets and then you get to enjoy all this fun? You can be there all day, like the hours?
The really cool thing, the hours run from noon to 11 p.m. Tickets are just $20. You can buy them at dominionday.ca. And the really cool thing, because a lot of our customers are folks with young families or kids, and it's one of the best days of the year to go to the Canada Agriculture and Food Museum because they have an open house and they do, they have things like ice cream making and there's animals and you get a wristband when you show up at Dominion Day. We're right sort of next to the museum and you can come and go. So if you're bringing little people with you, there's a lot more for them to do than just hang out at your side. Kids tickets are just $5 and we'll actually have a real deal sugar shack going so they'll all get a maple taffy with that as well.
Dominion Day with the piggies at the Canada Agriculture and Food Museum. I think that's fun. Josh, all right, let's play a game of peach basketball here.
All right, my best James Naismith.
Oh, look at that. That's exceptional. That's awesome fun. Have a great day.
Thanks for having us.